Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Tech Talk Africa podcast. I'm your host, Victor.
And I'm your host, Jessy.
Jessy, it's
Yeah.
been a minute. How has your week been? It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks since we shot the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been good. A lot of fashion models here and there for Kibera Fashion Week, definitely. And then last week I spent with a lot of white people. So right now, what I'm saying is, yeah.
What were the white people saying? You know, every time you say you are with the white people, unakuanga some very funny story.
Oh.
You had a new experience.
This time I had a new experience. They were a very young age, and the majority of them were perplexed, and they were happy that I do content creation for tech. And they're like, you carry a lot of things, man. Yeah. Anyway, that has been my week.
That has been your week?
Yes.
But it was 2 weeks. What about the other week?
The other week was for Kibera Fashion Week. Or what?
But anyway,
because we are mostly together most of the time.
A lot of the things we're doing right now is about that thing.
Yeah.
Because we're like there like almost every other week.
Yeah.
Working on that on the show, trying the workshops that are going on. We even have another one this Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's been a nice experience. Let me say, by the way. The other week we had the Innovate Week.
But I never went for it.
I
think people from Sema Books went. I'm not so sure, but as a media lab,
even I saw Tony went. Tony from Gizman.
From Gizman,
yeah, he went. It was I saw it was a nice event.
It was a nice experience.
People were there. I wish you'd have gone. Lakini shughuli ni nani? Anyway, so today we wanted to talk about social media.
Social media, we wanted to talk about. We are talking about.
We are currently on set. We're talking about it anyway. Basically, we see if it is an advantage or a disadvantage to us as a people. Generally, like the world. So, social media, basically. We need to take it back to when it started.
Actually, we've had, what I know is we've had a couple of episodes back. We were talking about internet safety and social media.
Yeah.
So it's quite a recap basing, you've seen a couple of things that have been happening around. The government wanting to ban TikTok and stuff. So it's all round up, but not bundled up because of TikTok, but because of many other social media platforms. So generally, I think so.
Yeah, true. But now taking it back, what do you think?
Actually, I've been taking a break from social media I think from Twitter and Threads.
And you're still on Threads?
Yeah, I'm still on Threads. I'm still holding fort. Actually, they released I'm not sure if they released or they're going to release the web version. Probably it might garner more active users.
I've not been on that app for a long time.
Ilikuwa tamaa. Zuckerberg akona tamaa. So
it was the hype. Ilikuwa hype. The
exactly.
hype was ilikuwa a lot of hype. A lot of things going on. Tulikuwa, it's a new kid on the block.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to be with a new kid on the block? You get going to a new girl comes to school.
Kila mtu
anataka. Remember back in primary, kila mtu alikuwa anataka. So this even us, so kila mtu alikuwa anataka. And right now, even the guys who are so active on this thing, I don't even think they're on it.
I think, because right now, we were thinking Threads is going to have sanity. Like, no boobs, no ass, and all these kind of things. Right now, Threads is the king.
Seriously?
Yeah, Threads is the king. Like, on your TL, it's not even curated very well. People are there.
What is happening there? Because me, sikuagi kwa hiyo kitu.
Kwani, what kind of content do you consume? It's not that I consume boobs and ass, but...
atakama, like on Twitter, like take for example on Twitter, atakama you're not really... you don't really subscribe to like those things. You don't really check on those types of threads or like tweets. Unapatana nazo somewhere. Something happens. I don't know. Kuna kitu tu inaendelea. I don't know how it works, but because you can be like, mostly my feed is like tech and business stuff and content creation. I love content creation basically. Little sports kidogo and automotive.
Little sports.
Lakini sports bana. Me, I won't lie to you, bana. Me, see, I'm not a big sports fan.
But sports car ndio.
Only bana. Lakini by the way, this
You'll
TikTok Africa t-shirt.
Yeah, last time I said I'll come with my merchandise, but it seems I'm in my space. I'm in my space.
Space gani?
NASA. Anyway, yes, let's go back to social media.
Yeah, so as I was saying, man, the feed looks, you obviously the way you like, the way you share, the way you like bookmark, if it's on Twitter, if you save on Instagram, on TikTok, there's certain things that you if you see on your feed, you know this is me.
Yeah.
Lakini randomly once in a while unapatana na some certain things and you're like, okay.
Hizi ni nini?
Lakini mara mingi on Twitter unajua inakuwaga because your
friends have liked.
Kwanza there's a friend of ours.
These friends, they like these things, then they come on ATL. And apparently, you know,
a while back, we were having a conversation. We were just got story too, the guys. And then one of our friends is like, Kitambo, we were like, every time I go on Twitter, this guy has retweeted something. Sindio?
Yeah.
And it's not, it's something, yamana. It normally was those explicit stuff. So this day we were having a conversation. So we were group up, stories, you know how the boys are, sindio? Alafu, he's like, I never knew you can bookmark these things.
Yeah.
Ati mi kazi yangu ilikuwa tu ku retweet. Sisi go like, my guy.
Save content for later.
Umesema naiona the middle of the day jua imewaka, lakini hata kama saa usiku like late night. Lakini bado we were still like, my guy, hata kama bana, how do you retweet such things
during the day?
TL? It's not even during the day, just generally. You have an image lakini unajua siku hizi pia
Aribu jina jenga mwili, that's usually the standard.
Jenga mwili, this thing isn't benefiting him in any way. It's not like he's making money off of
But you know, actually, the thing is, majority of people love and grow from social media because of scandals. And that is...
By the way, kwanza on Twitter,
scandals push people forward. Then later, they want to position the brand.
It's not even like scandals, but it's a lot of...
cloud chasing.
Most of the time it's cloud chasing, but then sometimes the scandals zinasaidia, because take for example, say ukiingia Twitter, scroll for a few minutes, I'm telling you, hauta miss jina Khalif Cairo.
But he's getting money right now.
Yes.
I saw a tweet about
Yes,
this.
I also saw the same thing.
Yeah.
But now you see Khalif Cairo. We all know. By now, a lot of Kenyans know Khalif Cairo.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we all know he sells cars. Kitambo, he didn't have a huge fan base.
Audience, yeah.
Lakini, right now, as like in the last few months, his fan base has grown huge. It's big right now. Because
you remember the other episode I told you, Wakenya tunapenda upuzi. Wakenya wanapenda upuzi. That is the only thing. So you can't hold me up on your content because sometimes you're learning. You need to spice things up.
True.
And that is how I think majority of the people have realized. In Kenya, the audience loves stupidity. So we might gain a couple of audiences with stupidity, and then we use the numbers to gain brand attraction. We need to sponsor a deal. We have this couple of users, and this is what they do. Because the engagement on stupidity and the engagement on brand awareness or kind of content,
it doesn't matter really, because if you were to get 100 people to view your tweet using a different way, and you will still get 100 people to view your tweets based off of stupidity and stuff. You still marketed your thing.
Yeah.
Now it depends now how you're going to package yourself, how you're going to use the advantage that you're getting. Because this guy, for example, kila time there's something that is intellectual, something he has to tweet something there, and it's normally something that's like it's not si ati ni kitu mbaya per se, but it's inakuwaga like he puts himself in a position kama he knows everything, but which of course he has some knowledge in the field, yeah, because mostly a lot of the tweets I see that he replies to normally in the aviation, cars and stuff like that. Now you see the problem now with human beings, and lakini I feel like Kenyans kabisa Kenyans don't like seeing you like prosper. Sijui ni prosper ama watakangi. Ukiona mtu ako na more knowledge than you, kwanza pale Twitter. Wow. Twitter is not, Twitter generally there's
Twitter is toxic.
Twitter is toxic. Although there are spaces for like intellectual things, kuna spaces zingine unakaa tu hivyo like kuna, of course kuna out tech, watu wa tech, tunaongelea tech.
But you know, Victor, what I need to know is how do people know the delimiter ya hii kind of content ni fiti and then hii kind of content ni mbaya, you know? Because this is what is driving the conversation around social media. Like, this thing needs to be banned because of this such and such specific characters of whatever they're portraying. And these people are really genuine. Like, this is how I sustain my clients. This is how I sustain my community. And then there's this other person straining like, I need to post good content, and these other guys are just posting ish content, you know? So, unajuaga aje hii kitu hii ni mbaya ama hii ni mzuri?
Si unajua tu. You see.
Like morally or what?
Morally. If you look at it from a moral perspective, then a lot of people who post content then toa tu.
So let me show you. You are a tech content creator. I give you this phone, right? So I give you this phone, and then you post it bare chested. You see, now is it the phone or is it the bare chestedness?
I'm a tech content creator, sindo?
Yeah.
Meaning, if I was to take a picture like that and post it, that would be if I'm like a model or if I'm modeling for the brand. If I'm a content creator, maybe in another space, not tech, lakini maybe fashion or like lifestyle and stuff. And so I decided this is the best way. I normally do things like this, so this is the best way to push this product to the masses.
You see, the tech community is usually angry because of this thing. But because you're pushing a tech content, but
no, now tech. The problem is
you're not speaking about the tech aspects.
Now that is the problem. Everybody in tech wants, not everybody per se, but a lot of people in tech want to know, is this the specs of this phone? They want the specifications, the nitty-gritties, exactly, as you're saying. Hawataki these other things most of the time. They don't see this other aspect. Because if I'm obsessed with tech, not if I have a passion in tech, I want to know where did this stand come from? How does this microphone work? But now if I come to the podcast, I'm wearing like a tank top and my chains up, and I'm talking about this microphone. Hey, the guy will be like, wait, what's happening here, Wana?
When people were dressed like that, they can't.
No, if maybe this is my set. You know? For example, a lot of YouTubers, they have sets like this. So maybe your cameras are there, you have a top-down shot. But now, see, obviously there are shots where you're talking like this.
Yeah.
So now, if I come there and I'm bare-chested and I'm coming and I'm talking about this microphone, first of all, you know, if you check, a lot of men subscribe to like a lot of male content creators, like in the tech scene, their numbers, almost 80% ni men. Lakini let me guarantee, the day you decide that you're going to go there to be chested, you got your chains upon you need. I'm talking about this microphone. You'll see a difference. You say
that gender comes for the wrong things.
Like now if you go back, like, is it necessary to do that? Or because yes, you might want the numbers, Because now, if you take, for example, in that scenario I'm giving you, if you check the comments, you'll find that there are two different type of people, maybe three even. There are the guys who are like, this is nice content. They don't really care about what they're saying. They want to know about the microphone, okay? And then there are obviously maybe say the ladies who are there, oh my days, sijui nini, sijui how you're looking, puff, ama sijui nini. Alafu, now the other people, both genders, were like, why do you need to do this? Why? They're like all about the morals. This is not good. This is very nini. You might have made really good content, but that just makes it.
But you see, now the content mix-up is all good, but morally, because the current conversation right now is TikTok usiku masaa 9 ni dungeon of hell. No, you see such things. It's usually crazy. Sometimes I even stay on TikTok like those hours to see if my feed will bring those things so that I can affirm.
I think I've come across something like that.
Because normally what I know is I see just these ladies with cucumbers and stuff. I don't know what they talk about, but that is what happens on TikTok. And I want to know, because majority of the people who are consuming TikTok, they're consuming it for fun.
Yeah.
And the other generation wants to learn other kind of things. So
it's as much as you're there, it's for fun. You can learn, you can push your business, you can do a lot with it. Lakini sasa, the problem comes in now hapo kwa the morals. Because take, for example, Instagram. You can't do something like that on Instagram. I don't know why TikTok you can. Because Instagram, the minute you decide you're going to post some nudity or anything, your post becomes flagged. Immediately.
Because there was this conversation on I don't know, it's called the social newsroom. Yeah, they were talking about TikTok, and they were saying that the moderation of TikTok is very bad.
Yeah.
It's very poor, like very, very, very poor.
You know, I at first I thought it was like Instagram, because before like I joined and all that stuff, it was like Instagram. And it was for a minute it was like people didn't really know what they can post on there and what they can't post on there. Like in the last year or so, the things that have been going on there are really crazy. Even in the last few months, kuna watu wako pale and you're like, hey, what is happening here?
I think it comes down also to a point of not even being affected by social media. It comes to a point of social aspects in life, like real human interactions. Because at such obscene hours, I don't know if it's really, really obscene hours, because some people work at those hours. But it comes to mental breakdown, depressions, and all these kind of things. You need to unwind yourself with some other kind of content, you know. So you spend your time there listening to, watching to, and the more it satisfies your soul, the more it's easy for you to tell someone else, hey, Nyaje, there's this kind of content that I consume, and it's this and this and this. You know, it's easy for me to push Duncan's content because I say, hey, I learned this new trick because of Duncan's. So there's this someone else who says, I have spare time, and there's this other guy who has spare time. But
let me ask you a question. So you're going to push that kind of content, say, hey, I learned this new trick.
Of course. From this. Okay, see, kuna this madam's ni pastor.
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah. And a trend. She's telling men of good positions to sustain. You see, she's telling women of how to do this in marriage and blah, blah, blah. And it comes at around, starting from 8. You see, from 8 p.m. to around 10 to 12 there. It comes around those hours. At night. During the day, you won't find this content. And you wonder, who's curating this content during such hours? You see, is it the algorithm learning, like at this specific time zone, these guys love sexual stuff. Ikifika saa 9, tuwapatie wase wa jaba. Ikifika, you know, during the day, let's feed them with other kind of content.
Do you feel like maybe they know, see the normal times during the day, everybody is awake, you know?
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where, say, if your kid is going to school tomorrow, obviously at like 8 or 9 p.m., they've gone to bed.
Yeah.
So do you feel like maybe the algorithm, the same way on television, you can't see some ads up until like 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
So do you feel like it's the same thing that's going on TikTok or Twitter?
Slotted advert session, like possibly might be. Might be. Because content engagement, you post at 7 p.m., it's easy for you to garner a lot of users. It's like the peak traffic time.
So it might also be that during the day there are not a lot of users, and so because the app, basically all these apps, they depend on the number of users that come onto the app, right?
Yeah, and also time zones, I think.
So it means that they know that a lot of people are coming on the app in the evenings.
Yeah.
So most people, of course, will post their content in the evening, maybe in the around 5, 6, going up to like 7 or 8, 9. But then the app knows, basically, as human beings, tukona like some weakness. We are generally attracted to like some funny things, sexual stuff, explicit things.
I don't know what this producer is like.
Producer ni moja wao.
But nowadays he's been posting content about whatever he does. So.
Producer, by the way, you should check him out.
Andrew work.
Like, you know, the producer now, he works at night. So maybe that's how he winds down. Maybe it's his coping mechanism to like
3 screens. Workstation.
So TikTok live. Lakini, if you think about it, but it shouldn't be like as much as it is sizing. I don't know if these guys don't really like check on what is going on in their app. They know whatever is going on, like, you know, ameacha, because they know they get more users during the time. They can get more money because people like send gifts and they make money off of it.
But currently the conversation also is imekuja kwa TikTok, like they only like it's the standalone social media. They've forgotten about these other social media platforms, you know. And I'm wondering, will the ban, the way they say it, will the ban of TikTok create a difference? Basically, there's these other social medias which haven't even been moderated in the cyberspace.
I highly doubt. You can try, lakini, come on. This is take for example, do people really even like TikTok is just for hizo masaa nini. There are things like Telegram. See, Telegram is like now where you can get anything and everything you want. Everything from software, kama ni courses, if there's all that. If you want everything, your HD 4K, you want to watch 4K content, hapo. Get it, you can get it. The same on Twitter. You can get whatever you want to get.
Now, this is now my drawing board.
I think now, before you continue, I think the problem is TikTok is like the biggest, I think it's like the biggest social media platform currently. So no, I'm not really sure. Maybe I shouldn't check on that. Like from my like perspective, I think that's it, because it has a lot of users and its age group ranges from like small kids all the way to like adults.
No, actually, it's Facebook, YouTube. TikTok has 1B.
Okay.
Yeah, Facebook has 2.96.
Yeah. Anyway, but if you take like currently, say we all use TikTok. A lot of people use TikTok. So now, basing on and a lot of children use TikTok. I think now that's where the problem is.
Now that is where I was going to draw the board, because Blackman's sister X, came to me. You know, she's very young.
Yeah.
Like, hey Jessy, I saw you on TikTok. I asked her, hey Sister X, what are you doing on TikTok? Like, I enjoy watching content on TikTok.
Yeah. Like I normally find out that like during when they come home after the school, she just got her tab there and she's just scrolling. She's watching TikTok. It's interesting.
Now you can wonder if I don't talk with her like about the podcast being on TikTok. How did she find it out? She's not even in my contact list. She's not on your contact list. You see, even the brother possibly doesn't share these things with the sister. So how was it brought to her? And you can imagine how many content, like amount of content was brought to her that is very illicit. If this was one content that I was like, what? Okay. Sometimes we might be talking other things that are not, and those are the ones we want to put on social media. Yeah. But then what kind of content is she seeing between possibly 5 p.m. from the time she's from school up to around 7, possibly, if she has 2 hours break? What kind of content has she been consuming? How many parents know about this? And how many parents are willing to come out and say, hey, nah. And how many parents are like, my kids need a tab, so let them enjoy. And they don't know, like, unawares, this is what my children are consuming. You know? Because whatever is coming out on the limelight is whatever people have been saying. And it's because of the 2 to 3 p.m. kind of content. But they don't know also the 2 p.m., 3 kind of p.m. content comes during the day, once in a while.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So is it because of ISO? Because I need to know how people get onboarded to these things, to these social media apps. Yes, I know sometimes it's age, sometimes it's this, but I love how YouTube does. YouTube and Google kind of things, they have ask your parent first. Facebook doesn't have. Twitter doesn't have. TikTok doesn't have ask your parent. You see, on YouTube, I place a kid's content, and then I disable search. Whatever content I, as the parent, have approved, it's whatever my kid is going to consume.
Yeah.
So I think parents also need to know this. But also such platforms need to enable, but it's very hard.
So you're saying you think a solution is like TikTok for kids?
TikTok for exactly. We need that. It's going to garner a lot of users, like Cocomelon kind of content. A kid doesn't even know.
Like Cocomelon actually made a lot of, like, $22 billion.
You see, because a kid doesn't know.
Kids really watch this thing, because if it garnered over 10 billion views, it means kids really watch this thing. Meaning, if they still want to make money, they can still make a side app, or even inside the app where you can regulate whatever your kid is watching.
Yeah, they just need TikTok for kids, blah, blah, blah for kids. This other thing is for adults. You see?
Yeah, because if you think about it, there is some content that is helpful to you as an adult.
Yeah.
But it can be detrimental to a kid. It's because the phases of life in which we are in currently are very different. You can't be experiencing the same thing as 7-year-old, 10-year-old is experiencing, or because basically of the age. That's like the biggest factor. Meaning, atakama you may not see it as bad in your eyes. In real sense, it doesn't really help. It might actually be bad for the kid or whatever. So, going forward, so you're thinking that we should have a TikTok for kids and Instagram for kids?
Yeah, that is one of the best solutions, I think, that needs to come out. Everything that needs to come out needs to have something for kids.
What if the kid does not like?
What kid doesn't like? What places them at a position of saying, I don't like this? Yes, they are free to express themselves.
Not but if you think about it, there are ways you can bypass these things.
How can you bypass? Have you used YouTube for kids?
No, I haven't.
You see, now you can disable search. You can disable a couple of things. You can ban a channel, and it stops like appearing on your kids' timeline. You see?
Yeah.
Because how a kid learns is through reminder. So if they watch one thing at all the time, it sticks to their mind, and they know how to speak, possibly if they're learning how to speak. And you see such features like disable search and blah, blah, blah. Meaning, as they grow up, they know, you can search on YouTube, you can do this and do this. And even before you exit that app or you come on board on that app, it gives you a multiplication kind of assignment, 5 times 7. If your kid hasn't reached of that age to know 5 times 7 equals to 40 or 35 or whatever, you see,
so
they won't even be able to calculate that. So
but,
they'll just stick there.
Makes sense, because even now as we were talking, I was thinking about like you see, like on iOS, they have screen time. So when you're going to turn on screen time, it asks you, is this device yours or your kids?
Exactly.
So if you select yours, it will work like a normal phone. If it's your kids, then you can set screen limits, you can set app limits, you can check where you can block certain browser sites or anything. And it's a helpful thing, generally. So if every app can like implement something like that, then we can stop the idea of like banning the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Because it's not that the thing is bad, the whole of it. Because people learn on this thing, people push their businesses on this, people make money out of this, they make a living. People are paying rent and stuff like that on these things. You learn. There are a lot of creators on there who teach like really meaningful things that can help you in life, financial things like videography stuff, editing, coding. They give you plugs for different things. And generally, it just helps you in life, in a rahisisha kazi in some type of way.
Yeah.
So if you say you're going to ban this thing generally, like the whole thing, kabsa, there will be a gap. We'll have to go find like a different place to find this thing
to satisfy whatever has been stopped on this other side.
And if you check, like currently, there's no app that has the same algorithm as TikTok. As in YouTube, TikTok is going the YouTube way. Like you can get things on YouTube, but our attention span these days allow us to sit somewhere to watching something for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 50 minutes.
Actually, this is not even a conversation that the government can also like work and sort it out. Because on the social newsroom, this guy from Mozilla said, I'm not so sure if he's from Mozilla, but yes, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, TikTok can sue Google because they use data from TikTok to make advancement of the algorithms. Yeah. So it's a whole web network that these people... So it's a whole conversation of the big tech, that what they need to do, the policies, what they need to amend, and then come down. Because what I know is it AU or EU? They come with...
Yeah, the EU.
Yeah, they come with sustainable things that favor humanity.
They have to, it has to check, because even Threads didn't launch there.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's launched there, but I
not
think it's not yet.
Not yet.
Because now they have to check this thing. Even though in Afrika, I think like every country should try and do something like that.
Do something like this, yeah.
Because vitu zingine, because kama kuna sisi Kenyans bana, anything is launched.
Anything goes by bana.
Everything is for free. Duko hapo tu. Ingia, go, enter, do whatever you want to do. You can try this thing. Jaribu.
You see, you said that thing, and then I remember Mark Masai asking about the WorldCoin thing, and he said, someone answered and said, mimi hapa awase wanachukua data yangu for free, they don't pay me, and then these people want to take my face and they give me 7,000. This 7,000 hawa padali wanataka kunilipa juu ya face.
Kwa sababu, yeah, because nakumbuka as I was trying to research on that thing, I wanted to know what is the point of this thing. Nilikuwa naenda naangalia comments, naona mtu amesema hapo Twitter yako like, mimi hati heri nipange line nilipe 7,000 kuliko niende sijui nichukue huduma namba and niende nichome najua and I don't get anything.
Don't get anything. At the end of the day, the table
people are like the government was trying to like get people to like apply for like hizo huduma numbers and all those things. Lakini watu wako wanakuja. People didn't come. People don't turn up. People, when it comes time for voting, people are not turning up. Lakini when it came for this time where people are knowing, it's my data. Ni data yangu tu, hata labda hata mtu ajui hata kama hiyo ni data yake.
People care less about these things.
Yeah. Sinonasema so wana tu pesa, the money aspect. Same way with even the money is what drives us most. Actually, it should be what is driving the whole world, because they say money makes man mad. Anyway, as we were like closing up our conversation, hizi vitu zingine, they have like other. Do you have like any other like suggestions on what people should do?
I think parents need to also first like check these things up first before. Like angalia kwanza hii kitu imetokea, hii kitu ni mpya, go check it up. unaona because ungampe ikitokea you are the first one to go acha nipike nayo ugali nione iko aje.
So it let them depends on the negligence of the parents.
Yeah. Let them check whatever is being consumed outside and there and then.
But as a kid, kids are smart. They know how to hide things. Ukiwa mdogo, if you're like 12,
man, the phones nowadays have phone guard and stuff.
By the like kitambo, when you're growing up, people didn't have phones. And the phones didn't. Okay, maybe if they did, the phones didn't access internet easily the same way they do. Watu wako na Wi-Fi in the houses like this, the way we do currently saizi. Karibu kila nyumba, kila mtu ako nayo. Remember that, like we had that conversation where we were saying something like that. People would rather pay for Wi-Fi than even eat.
Yeah.
So saizi, it's easier to get these things. And if kids kitambo, like okay, have conversations na watu wengine, like your friends, mtu anakuambia mimi I discovered sijui what and what site when I was sijui in class sijui 3 ama sijui 4, and you're like, bro,
how did you know these things at that age?
How like
peer-to-peer influence?
How, like, not even this person discovered this thing on their own. Because if you can think of it, in class 2 or something, or class 3, how many people had access to the internet?
WAP. Like GPRS, by then the phones had age and stuff.
With these things, it only takes one click and you're like hooked on this thing.
But I don't think this is a big policy conversation that needs to be made. As much as we are making the awareness, it's a bigger policy conversation. Banning something won't eradicate the problem, you see.
Yeah.
Because you ban weed, people realize cocaine, you can push it. You see, you ban cocaine, people realize that kuna matap-tap, naweza eka kwa maji. You see, there's always a new solution to these things and these things.
Yeah.
So banning won't eradicate. So people just need to have a conversation around this and then know what to do and how to.
It might solve part of the problem. It doesn't solve the problem because it just means that the problem has been restricted in some type of way. Yeah. It's like quarantine. But if, say, a few years later, someone appeals to like petition to petition it to come back to Kenya, and maybe even like Somalia already banned it.
Yeah.
So if someone petitions and it's approved, maybe different people are in the government at that time or are in the courts at that time, and someone unajua koti now, most of the time it's how you present yourself.
Though does it conquer VPN? That is the question again still.
Yeah, again. Because hata saizi a lot of times we've realized VPN ndio inatusaidia. Maybe hata kwa nyumba zingine people are using VPNs. You can have this, you can put it on your phone. Mamako ama babako amekupatia, wewe weka kwa simu, nini. You've already bypassed this thing.
Yeah.
And just like that, we are back where we started from.
We are good.
So awareness can work, but it has to be on the end of like the company itself.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you can tell us what you're thinking about social media. Do you think the ban of TikTok will work? And also, do you use TikTok for fun or for education, or possibly these other social media apps? So it's a wrap for us.
Tell us.
I'm Jessy. Peace out.
And I'm Victor.